Everyone, I'm Charles Payne. This is Making Money and Breaking Close and man. And when we got the
there's some good language on currency manipulation, which is a big deal. You've got access, financial market access in China.
Well, getting the deal signed, sealed, and delivered, what will it mean for 2020? I'd like to welcome former Trump Trade and Jobs Advisor Curtis Ellis. Of course, Curtis, we were this close in May. And when we got the translation, it was like, what language is that?
That's right.
But it feels like this time it's really true. By the way, it's not just Peter Navarro, but the Vice Premier of China also said this morning in their media that a delegation from the U.S. and China could get together as early as Saturday. So it feels like this part is done. What did we get?
We got a verifiable agreement with enforcement that is really enforceable. And for the first time, American businesses don't have to rely on the tender mercies of the Chinese government to resolve any disputes. They go to the U.S. trade representative, and we get to resolve it quickly. And if there's no quick resolution, the deal's off. So and we get the Chinese buying $200 billion more in American goods and services, and we get more market access for financial services inside China.
So this morning we got the deficit number, trade deficit number for goods only. It came in much better than Wall Street anticipated, the best level in 3 years. Dramatic change just from a year ago. And it looks like at this pace, China is going to be our #3 trading partner, which I think is interesting because we really have not talked up this USMCA at all.
Right.
But right now, as of right now, Canada is and Mexico neck and neck as our top trading partners, well ahead of China now.
Yeah, we do 5 times the amount of business with Mexico and Canada as we do with China. And consider that 5 of the top 10 exports of China to the United States are also available from Mexico. We should be doing more business with Mexico, and now that we have the USMCA, we can do that. That will mean more of the supply chains in North America, which means in the United States.
You know, I've been reading that the businesses acknowledged a long time ago that the economic reasons for going to China were fading. You know, as they moved into the middle class, it was harder and harder. But they were saying the supply chains were already there. Why mess it up? You know, was that a convenient excuse? I mean, it was obviously any American who lost their job because of that didn't think it was a good excuse.
Yeah, really. We have to look at what they call externalities. There's something more here than simply stuff that shows up on a spreadsheet. Every American that doesn't have a job is more likely to be an alcoholic, to get involved in drugs, to be on food stamps. And then who's paying for the food stamps? The taxpayers are.
Right.
Destroyed
communities. To their children. So Let me ask you, because you brought up a great point, an interesting point here about us perhaps doing less trading with China. A lot of folks are now saying that could be a mistake. Douglas Holt-Aiken, who is going to come on the show later in the week, put out a really intriguing piece today saying he's not sure if we won the trade war or not. That we'll find that out later. But the notion of ever greater separation from China, the idea that that's a good idea is simply misplaced. It would be a step backwards to divide the world into 2 spheres. Is that the goal of the administration, to do less business with China, or was the goal all along to have them buy more of our goods and to have a fair trade system?
The goal of the administration is to make America great again, to give Americans jobs, and to increase the standard of living of Americans. If all of our jobs have been sucked into the Communist People's Republic of China and destroying, hollowing out our industrial base, hollowing out our middle America, that's not making America great. So, look, if China wants to have 2 systems, if they want to have a totalitarian surveillance state, if they want to repress their people, we don't want any part of that.
Otherwise, though, we do want to access that 1.3 billion population.
Right. But they have been conditioning that on us, giving them our technology, giving them our factories. That's not good.
Unfortunately, too many American businesses have been willing to do that Faustian deal, and I'm still not sure why. Curtis, thank you very much. Always appreciate it. Well, trade and tariffs.